Hi Geminis, gems in my eyes. How are you guys? I hope you're doing great. So for all my Geminis, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, men and women, we're now covering May 2nd to May 8th. And before we get started, I would like to thank BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, for sponsoring this video. BetterHelp offers licensed therapists who are trained to listen and help you. Personally, tarot and astrology has been an amazing way to help me gain insight on the different emotions, situations, and any blockages I may go through. And although it can be super helpful while overcoming certain challenges, if these challenges are related to mental health, it may then be more appropriate to speak with a licensed therapist. Some of you may already know that I went through a very traumatic experience and my personal life hasn't been the easiest. And although I am on a social platform, as you see, I do struggle with a little bit of social anxiety with my introvert self. But I did have the pleasure of speaking with Jeffrey, who was very easy to talk to, and during our session gave me helpful tips and advice on how to manage my situation and help improve the relationships in my life currently and moving forward. And one thing that I noted that I got out of our conversation that I really liked was that you can lie with your words, but you cannot lie with your body language. And you can watch people's interactions and relationships with others as big or major indicators on what you could expect to experience with these people or that person.
What's great is that you can talk to your therapist in a private online environment at your convenience, and they have a large network of over 20,000 therapists ready to help you that may not be available in your area. The website is easy to use. You just fill out a questionnaire to help assess your specific needs and what you're looking for, and then get matched with a therapist within 48 hours. You can then schedule a secure video or phone session, plus exchange unlimited messages, and everything you share is completely confidential. If for whatever reason you don't vibe with your therapist, you can request a new therapist at no additional charge anytime.
So be sure to check them out and use my link below to get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/Nicloves, and that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Nicloves. And thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. And this week, guys, on the 2nd, we have Venus moving into Aries. So what we're going to be more drawn towards, or people, places, things we're going to be drawn towards, is anything involving that brings us passion, excitement, fire, adventure. But Aries doesn't like to be in, or Venus doesn't like to be in Aries. So we just got to be careful we don't come off like too aggressive or like self-absorbed, like me. But I feel a lot of just passion and excitement with this energy. So I think you will enjoy it, hopefully. On the 3rd, we have Jupiter moving into, or not Jupiter, sextiling Pluto. I was going to say Jupiter moving to Aries. It is going to be moving to Aries later. But it's sextiling Pluto on the 3rd. So at this time, we are going to be going through and receiving experiences or opportunities to help us go through some deep major transformation and change within ourselves and in our life in some way, shape, or form. So don't be scared at this time. Jupiter wants you to have faith, belief in whatever it is that you have going or whatever it is that you want to experience, manifest. And right now you're going to be having those opportunities, or like something just gets presented to you like, oh my gosh, this is what I've been waiting for. Just don't second guess it. Don't doubt yourself, just go for it. If this is something you really like have been wanting, and maybe just the fear is kind of holding you back, at this time you really have the chance to kind of go through these transitions and have it go a little bit smoother, as long as you have faith and you believe in it. Okay, and then at the end of the week we have Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all my beautiful mommies out there. Okay, all right, so we're gonna be covering a little bit of health, work, and love. I'll have a link to the extended reading below in the description box if you're interested afterwards. All right, so my beautiful Geminis, when it comes to your health, funny thing is that recycling came up. So maybe you're going to be doing something with recycling, or you're recycling stuff, or you're reusing things, or you're going to be reusing products. And something that's coming to me is, you know how like there's a lot of stores nowadays who are allowing you to bring back old items as an exchange for like store credit. I think like H&M was doing it. I think Lululemon is now doing it as well. I forget who else, but there's a lot of other stores like over the years who I feel like have started to do this. Maybe this is something you're getting into, or something you're like, oh, I don't want to throw out my clothes, but maybe I can get something out of it. So maybe this is something you're gonna be looking into, or you're like, recycling other things. It could be cans and bottles, or you have like a compost or something in your garden where you're not just throwing away banana peels and stuff. Like It just feels like something with recycling, reusing, kind of using what you have and not letting it go to waste and using it for something else. And maybe probably that saving you a lot of money and time as well. So I feel like you're going to be very resourceful this week, very efficient. You're going to know how to like put things together, like use everything that you have around you, like the tools, resources, and just like make something up. Or like in your kitchen, if you're trying to cook, you're like, I don't really feel like going to the grocery store, but let me just work with what I have and do something and just cook something up with the random ingredients that I do have. So it just feels like you're very, very resourceful and just very kind of like, I don't know, just very smart on when it comes to your health. Anything that you're trying to accomplish or do, you're like, let me just work with what I have and make the most of it. Like maybe you have a little home workout set up for you that just works for you. You're like, this is kind of weird, but I'll just go for it. That way I can save money on a gym membership, or like, I don't know. It just feels like you're very, very smart, very on top of it this week, and going to be very resourceful, efficient, or like recycling, something like reusing. Let me know if that makes sense to you later on. It's just, that's what seems to be the theme. Okay, and then you might actually run into something like, oh, you know what, I actually like this. I'm gonna keep doing this. This is actually a good idea. Why did I never try this before? So you never know. It could be like a perfect accident that happens. You're like, oh, I actually really like this. Okay, so it's like you cook something up randomly that you would have never made. It's just because that's all the ingredients that you had, and it ends up being like something delicious that now you're gonna keep making. Something like that. All right, so when it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, ooh, I really like this, guys. It feels like there's some big advancement forward. Like you're going to be moving forward and actually at a faster pace than you think. But I think this is very, very exciting. Whatever you're working on or something that you're doing, studying, a project, contract, deal, it feels like it's going to be kicking off and happening very soon. And this thing that you could be working on or doing or preparing for could be happening or could be beginning in July, possibly around like Cancer season. You could also be working from home at this time, or you're in preparation to start working from home in the near future, maybe in Cancer season or in July in the summer. Or you're going to be doing something around the home, or having more time to maybe work on home renovations or home decor, or maybe you work with like interior design, architecture, building, construction, I don't know. But whatever it is that you have going for you, it's going to be moving up or moving forward and a lot faster than you think, which can be kind of nerve-wracking or maybe a little bit nervous. But I think this is also very, very exciting because maybe this is something you've been wanting or you've been excited for, and now it's like the time is coming. You're just like, yes, like I've been waiting for this. I could see that some of you could be receiving good news as well, or like an approval, a yes, an okay, submissions, documents, everything got processed. So things are going to be picking up and moving faster, and this is probably going to help you with your finances and your money and your dreams, your goals, whatever you have going for you. There could be also a Cancer person here involved, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or the energy, or maybe you work with a Cancer, or your business partners, or you go to school or something, and that person is helping you, or you guys are working together as like a team or something. So good things. I really, really like it. Okay, so when it comes to your love, relationships, and dating, on your side, we have the Two of Crystals, Seven of Crystals, and the Seven of Wands. Lots of sevens for you guys. So I really feel like you're kind of really like sharp in your mind and thinking a lot about a lot of things. There's a lot of changes that you're going through like mentally as well, and like overcoming like fears and doubts, but having like a higher perspective and knowledge. It's like you're wiser. You're gaining so much more like knowledge and wisdom from the things that you're going through, that now when things come up, like you're able to navigate through them a lot better than maybe before. So on this other side, for this other person, this can be the past, present, or future situation, or all three, all the above. We have Justice, Six of Wands in reverse, and the King of Swords. Okay, so as far as who you could be dealing with, it could be a Libra, another air sign like yourself, Gemini, Aquarius, or fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. But of course, it doesn't have to be. Like I always say to you guys, it could just be the energy this person is embodying or playing out at this time, or be like a mixed matchup, one of those or something. Okay, so what's going on here? Well, for you, it feels like you've been kind of like back and forth about something, or kind of like unsure, indecisive, or like kind of weighing out your pros and cons, maybe not 100% sure or certain. And because of this, you've been kind of on pause or on hold or just kind of waiting things out or feeling things out. You're just kind of like trying to be patient and wait. But at the same time being kind of like having your wall up or your guard up, being a little defensive because you don't want to make the wrong move or say the wrong thing, but you also just want to be cautious and wait until you're ready to maybe say something or do something, because I feel like you don't like confrontation. You're kind of just like not that type of person unless you're like really provoked, but it takes a lot for you to get to that point, because I feel like most of you are just like not like that. You're just like let me just go hide and like figure things out on my own, and then I'll get back to you. Because maybe there could have been a misunderstanding or like a little fallout or argument previously, probably with someone. Either this is someone in your life right now that you're with, or maybe was in your life previously or is going to be entering your life. But I feel like you already know this person possibly, or you've kind of had some communication of some sort, but you're kind of like, I mean, I'm not scared of them, but you're kind of like, I don't know what to expect with this person. They're like unpredictable. Like they throw me off. So I'm just like gonna stay over here and just make sure I have my wall up, my guard up, and I'm prepared for anything. Maybe just their behavior lately or how they're reacting or how they're talking to you or communicating you could be kind of like giving you second thoughts and making some doubts come up to the surface, or bringing back some like fears and just kind of like, I don't know if I relate to this person. I don't know if we can have like a relationship, or I don't know where this is going. Let me just kind of chill here and wait until I figure things out. So you've been kind of patient, still trying to like figure things out. And I think this person now is coming back, or is going to be at some point reaching out to you or trying to communicate with you in some way to make things right. I kind of feel like they feel guilty, or they feel a little bit bad about maybe something they said, something they did, or maybe they overreacted about something, or made something bigger than it really was, and maybe now have had time to reflect and are like, maybe I was a little bit too hard on Gemini. Maybe I was kind of overreacting and acting kind of crazy. Let me give Gemini, an apology, or just try to, give them my hand of peace. So I feel like this person wants to make things right with you, or maybe wants to have a conversation with you. And I feel like they're not coming from a defensive place where like, I think that if or when they do message you or contact you, you're probably like, oh my gosh, what's this person gonna say? Like maybe they're gonna freak out on me or like go off on me. But I actually don't think it's gonna be that way at all. They're gonna come without any of their weapons, no guns, no knives, no like anything that could like hurt you. Whereas before they're like rah rah rah, maybe could have been very defensive or mad. But it feels like this time they're more logical, less emotional, and are trying to actually give you a reason, like, hey, you know what, like I think I was like being a little bit too much, or I might have like overreacted, or I didn't give you the fair benefit of the doubt, or I didn't explain clearly enough, and maybe I came off a little bit too harsh, or I didn't say what I really wanted to say and I left you hanging. Whatever the case is, I feel like now they do want to make things right, be honest, be truthful, give you an honest, truthful maybe explanation, or just like run things down like how I was going through something, or whatever the excuse is. Not that there's ever really an excuse for acting out or doing something inappropriate or disrespectful, but I feel like now they're letting down their guards, and they're like, you know what, I'm tired of like, I'm not trying to prove a point. I don't want to be egotistical. Like I want to be the bigger person. Like you were right, I was wrong. I'm not afraid to admit that. Like I was just so like in my ego, just trying to be right and prove my point, that I just let it get out of hand. And it's okay. I don't mind losing this battle as long as we can work this out or be in good standing with each other. Okay, so I feel like they're gonna come forward this week, or be more mature. Okay, speak with more integrity, character, values, and actually be honest and truthful, and not be so emotional or so like raw, or like in their feelings, or like trying to fight and prove a point and be right all the time. And I think this may take you off guard, or may really surprise you, because you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, what is this person gonna say? They're gonna attack me, or they're gonna go off on me. But it's gonna be the complete opposite. So you may notice a change in their energy, even just the change in their tone, how they talk to you. You're just like, what happened? What this doesn't add up. So it could kind of confuse you, but I do feel like they've maybe had some time to reflect, and now are kind of coming to you at a more mature, more evolved place. and you could be surprised in how they're communicating with you. Then everything that they're saying is actually going to be making sense. You're like, wow, like, you're actually making sense. You sound smart for once. Or maybe they are smart, but like when people get in their feelings and emotions, they can sometimes say things and it maybe is totally not what they mean. And it feels like this time is different though. Maybe this person is older than you, if not by age, by experience level, or maybe they're starting to mature a little bit more and actually work on their communication skills. And now maybe that will help you get out of the uncertainty and maybe feel a little bit more secure with them if you decide to move forward or whatever. But let's continue on and extend it to get more information, to see where their energy is at, what are they thinking, what are they feeling when it comes to you, what they don't want you to know that maybe you should know, and what their next action move will be towards you, and then also your advice, okay? So we'll continue on and extend it. Link will be below. Hopefully I'll see you guys there. If not, I'll see you for our next reading. Take care. Bye.